Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I couldn't be here yesterday to tell you what Dolly was up to. I will say that we got the washing machine working late into the evening. I had no idea that a washing machine could go into what is called flood mode. Anyway, enough of that. We need to talk about Dolly. I think I've explained everything on the front at this point. Let's get inside and let me show you just a couple of things. It would appear that Dolly has scratched the eyes out in this picture, and Dr. Imelda is not surprised by that at all. I also have put into the journal this picture here. This came from, so let me show you. I love this. This is something that I created for my Patreon. Let's see, I had several copies. There's a copy that's in color. There was a copy that was in sepia, and then a black and white copy. But I love making things like this, and I just tore this corner out. It almost looks like it could be part of a newspaper article. And we have here October 2nd, 2023. Dr. Imelda must be warned. Dolly has escaped. This piece of bedsheet was found in the hallway of the ward. The patient next to Dolly is missing from her room. We fear for her life. And that is just attached here. There's a lot of evidence in this book as we go through. On this page, if you will remember, the top part was the back of a calendar page, and I did not want to just keep it looking like that. I did take the bottom part of the page, which was upside down because it had been flipped up. So you can do so many things with your journals. Don't be afraid to cut, tape, write, staple, paint, whatever. So I just cut the square out. I'm saving that to go into the journal. And we have this great Halloween paper in the background. And of course, there's the note that Dr. Imelda wrote on October 1st when she heard that Dolly had escaped. And then I took another part of this little, what I called the October Gazette, and just glued it in as a pocket. We have the Witch of the Walnut Tree, and this says Halloween 2023. I love that the journal feels old and that the story feels old, and I think it's okay if it kind of, the lines blur. I do have the current date in some places because as the bookmaker, I just want to be able to remember it. And then here we have this pocket, which is nurse's notes, and we have Nurse X, and that's what everybody calls her. She has been working for the institution for so long. Nobody really knows what her name is anymore. Everyone just calls her Nurse X. She's not very friendly. She has always been Dolly's nurse. You can see she has a spider on her choker. We know that Dolly likes insects, but she's very afraid of moths. So we have some evidence that the nurse has attached to the file. We found a piece of clothing outside on the grounds. It matches the dress of the missing patient. And this is October 4th. We have it looks like the cuff here. It's got the buttonholes, and it's very, very crinkled up and dotted Swiss. This probably came from a very nice lady, and now she's missing. We have a tag here that says evidence. The police have asked Nurse X to collect everything she can find. And this is Dolly. It's so funny. This is one of the actresses that we found in that Burr McIntosh magazine back from the early 1900s. So I guess she's starring in another role now. But she, you know, this look, that whole look reminds me of, oh, I can never think of her name. She played in the Harry Potter movies. I absolutely love her, and I can never think of her name. But I think she's very beautiful, but she can really play sort of a wild, deranged character very well. And you can see that was cut from the Gazette. Of course, we'll be putting more things into here. Now, here is a note that Dr. Imelda has written into the journal. October 5th, I have just arrived home. I was terrified to even come here. Does Dolly know where I live? I was seeing patients out of town when I received the dreadful news that Dolly had escaped. I'm afraid to go beyond the first floor. Is Dolly here too? Could she have beat me here? I wonder. I proceed with extreme caution. Dr. Imelda. There, of course, will be lots more going into this journal. We still have this. You know, I can't decide whether or not to leave the name on this card. It's really kind of creepy. It ties in like it's supposed to be a really pleasant place, but then with the lighting and it feels so empty. And I love these ideas that y'all are leaving about the story. Dining room, Shady Rest Lodge, Manson Lake, Rhinelander, is that how you say that? Wisconsin, 3595. That's old. So we may just leave it like it is. And of course we have to bring these hands in. So Dolly is on the loose somewhere. There's no telling how many people she's going to come across who have no idea that she's completely deranged. And the police have been notified at this point, but they don't know where she is. Everyone on staff is looking for the missing patient. Dr. Imelda is terrified. She has not moved beyond the first floor of her home. She has just entered her house, which is very large, and she lives where? I'm not sure. I keep thinking she should be a big-time professor at a city, like maybe in Boston or New York City. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. This is so much fun. I've got to pull yet more ephemera out for this because we have quite a few days to go in October. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm very glad to have you here. Stay tuned. Dolly will be back. Stay tuned also for some new fun packs that I'm putting together and a new journal. I will see you soon. Bye for now.